Hello, this is Shad with Obiaston Knives. Today we'll be building a stand for a bench grinder or a grinder or buffer. I'm going to be using it as a buffer by cleaning them out and just have these wheels on so that I can demonstrate. But it works well since it does still vibrate. I'm going to put legs under it. So stay tuned and watch how I built it. Thanks, and have a good one. Alright, so let's talk about the things that you're going to need to do this. And it's not going to take that much. It's probably going to cost you about 75, 80 bucks, depending on where, if you have the scrap on hand, where you have to get it. Really, this didn't cost me anything. This is all scrap that I have. This is a semi-rim that I have right here. And then on top of that, I have a plate that I cut out. And it's just out of 1/8 inch, and I'm going to bolt it to the semi-rim in case I ever need to use the semi-rim for something else. Then on top of that, I have my post, and that just connects, just adds height, I guess. And then you have the base plate that you're going to mount your grinder or your buffer on. And then I'm going to put a quench tank right here to hold my compound or water, or I'm going to have water, like a water quench tank hanging off the side of this, and then this is where I'm going to keep my buffing compound and stuff. Mainly I'm going to be using this one for buffing, not grinding. But so there's your basic setup. This is like a 9-inch long, I think 6-inch plate, and that just mounts onto a Harbor Freight 3/4 horsepower buffer grinder that I got for 65 bucks that I did a review on if you want to check out that video. And then this is like 2 feet. But you want the bottom of your grinder wheel when you're buffing. You want your knife or whatever you might be buffing at the bottom of the wheel. So this is perfect for me because like it's right here. And so the bottom of the wheel will be here and my knife blade will be here. And with the grinder, it's just, it's depending on how long your legs are is how long you're going to make this. And you're going to want something heavy for the bottom of your base. You're going to want this to weigh like at least 25 to 60 pounds. This one's closer to 60 pounds just because of that truck rim. It's all 1/4 inch. Yeah, so now I'm going to show you how to assemble it, and I'll be right back. Alright, so first things first, set everything else aside, and we're just going to start bolting on the base plate. So first, you're just going to take, I did 5/8 bolts, 5/8 locker, a 5/8 washer, and then a nylon nut for them. So I'm going to put the locker on top because these holes on the semi-rim are really big, so I'm putting the big washer on the bottom. Hopefully I can just reach through here. About half an hour later, and I'm done bolting everything, bolting it down. Would have gone a lot faster if I would have had the right tools, but what I ended up using was because it didn't have the correct sizing of tools. And these ratchets don't work at all. These don't work at all. That's what you saw me trying to use. Yeah, it's solid now. It rings. So I don't know if I should have put like rubber washers in here. If I was you, if you have it, put rubber washers between this metal plate and the rim. that'll probably help with vibration. I don't know, we'll see how bad it is, but that might have been something I should have done, because I had the stuff, but I just didn't. Hope I don't have to redo all that just for that. Anyhow, I'll be right back in a minute. And we'll be welding on the shaft. So yeah. See you in a minute. Alright, let's weld it up. After a couple of minutes of welding, that took a lot less time than the bolts did. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to weld on the table. I'm going to weld this on. And if you don't weld, and you can't weld, if you really wanted to, you could drill holes in everything and bolt it all together using like angle irons as to do all these angles. You could put bolts here and here and bolt it, but it'd take forever, but you can. But I'm assuming probably if you're building a buffing stand and you're getting heavy buffing, then you can probably weld. Anyhow, so I'll be back when these two things are welded on. So there's the top welded on. That didn't take too long. I think the total amount of time you'd probably spend on this project, if you had all the right tools and you had everything like ready to go, it's probably 5.5 hours of actual work. Maybe probably less than that. You could probably assemble it all in like 2.5 hours. It's not that bad. Anyhow, yeah. I'll see you back in a bit when I have the... Well, I got that welded on, and the good news is that it's balanced enough that I put this water on it to help quench it down and cool it off. And it's not running off any direction, so I know that it's fairly level, which I'm happy about. And the quench tank went on pretty solid, actually. Like, I only put one bead right here, but it's like, it's really stiff, strong. The whole thing's really sturdy. Probably weighs around 60 pounds. I'm not going to paint it. Don't really care to. Normally when I paint things, they just end up, I don't know. In the end, I don't really need to. I mean, everything's indoors. Like, if I was sticking it out in the rain, I'd paint it, but I'm not, so I don't know. I'm content to keep it like this. I don't feel like it needs anything else, really. I gotta drill the holes and mount the motor, and I'll be back with the test run. And I'll see you guys. Alright, so here it is about half an hour later. Let's see how it goes. Working pretty good. Now it did vibrate a lot. It vibrated a lot. What I'm going to try to do though is I'm going to take some, like 3 chunks of rubber that I have, and I'm going to put them underneath the rim, like around the edges, so that it's almost like having 3 legs under it, and see if that helps reduce it. Look at that. That was black, like pure just black forge, whatchamacallit, scale. It's just covered in scale, and like you saw, that's all I did. I turned it off and turned off the video and let it stop so I could talk, and that's how fast that took off that scale. That was really cool. I really liked that a lot. I'm really excited. This has been really fun. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want, and have a good one. Thanks. Bye. So I added some rubber feet on, and now it doesn't move at all. So you probably don't even need to bolt it down. What you need to do is just get, that's 1/2 inch thick rubber. So you could take old parts of tires and just cut little grooves in them so that the groove rests on the wheel. Here, I'll get one and show you. But you just make it, see, you cut a little groove, and then the edge of the tire goes in there, and it just sits in there through gravity, and it doesn't move at all. I have 6 of them around there, and they're like 3/4 of an inch long, inch wide, 1/2 an inch thick, with a 1/4 inch groove in them, 1/4 inch wide, 1/4 inch deep. And that will get rid of the stability problems with one of these grinders. Thanks. So in conclusion of this build, I did some research over the last night when I went to bed. I went to bed around 12:30, but I did research, and they say even with ball door grinders and like nice grinders, most people bolt their stands to the floor anyways. So I guess vibration, like it helps a lot. So just bolt it down or put it on rubber blocks and weigh it down a lot. I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope it gave you some ideas. I know that you probably won't copy this exactly, but you might use a few of the things from it. And I want you all to have a nice day. Thanks, and rate, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. Thanks. Bye.